Hello everybody, my name is Rosalie Ina and I am from rosaliesjourney.com. I am a transformational leader, a multifaceted and passionate creatrix. I do a lot of different things. I'm an adaptable light worker, transmuter. There's so many names and I don't really care for names, but we live in a human world and I'm trying to figure out what to call myself. I do what needs to be done for the highest and best good and provide loving guidance as a divine channel of source in a short synopsis of what I do. So today I'm just going to be channeling and doing a card reading for the collective for this March 2022 full moon energy read. Let's see what happens. I did do a video that I will be also posting, which were just divine insights for the collective, which will be for not only during this full moon illumination time, because the full moon, the moon is associated with your emotions, your innermost self. And when it's in the full moon phase, it's illuminating all the wonderful things, and it's illuminating also what is in the shadow part of us. So it's forcing us to integrate different aspects of ourselves and to find new ways, but also see through some of the illusions that were in the shadows, perhaps. Many things. It brings us back into our innermost selves. So let's see what is in store for the collective. Some divine insights, some things to pay attention to, things to release. It also is a time to release, because once these things are illuminated, you know, we may find that it's not serving us. Like, we need to do something about these things, or, you know, because it's just not working anymore. So discover within yourself, too, how you're feeling. Observe your thoughts. Observe how you're acting. Observe those who are around you. Let things go that aren't needed anymore. Release old thought patterns, old habits, old ways of doing things. Find new ways of doing things. Perhaps the lunar cycle has illuminated some things that are going to work better for you if you let some things go. It goes on and on. Let's see what happens. This is the Celestial Bodies deck. So I do incorporate some astrology. If you are familiar with your natal chart, definitely see what resonates. First thing came out was 8. 8. First things first, 8 has to do with manifestations. It has to do with your personal power. Do you have the power to manifest all that you want? Because you do. We all are able to do this. 8 has to do with power. Power. How do we want to go with this, divine spirit? Because this can go in many ways. Using your power for good. Using your natural gifts and abilities and talents for good. Using your physical force for good. Decluttering, for moving things out that you don't need anymore. Using your personal power to harness and manage your mental self. That's also going back to the video I had made, if you want to check it out, about mental cleanse, doing a mental cleanse. We're in that season of decluttering our thought processes and patterns that are no longer serving us too. Releasing them, using your personal power, your integrity to let go. This is one of the themes. We'll see what else comes out. There's a lot that's encompassed in 8. Coming full circle with understanding your personal power and your abilities as well. Incense smells so yummy. Frankincense. Using your personal power to manifest your dreams. Frankincense. Get some frankincense, some of you, if you're into that. To bring in that prosperity, that abundance into your home or where you are sitting. I just saw, there was a TikTok I saw, and then it happened to me in real life where I was burning incense, and someone in my home was like, ew, that smells so gross. And then the TikTok that I had saw was like, oh, that means it's working. The negative energy. Is there anything else from this deck, Divine Spirit? Divine Source? Using your personal power to set boundaries and enforcing your boundaries, your new boundaries, using your voice, using your power to use your voice. I'm hearing as well. To lay down the law, your boundaries. I remember I did a post that I had shared. The audacity is at an all-time high right now. So there wasn't any more with that deck. Let's see with this other numerology deck. I use a lot of numbers because numbers are in everything. Numbers, each number has a certain frequency or energy associated with it. Numbers are incorporated in everything, and numbers also can tell you a message. Hello. Seeing like the Trinity symbol. Using all aspects of yourself. Integrating and using all aspects of yourself. With a lot that is being illuminated during this full moon. It may feel uncomfortable. That's okay. Sometimes the new is uncomfortable at first. Sometimes also letting go is uncomfortable, but it must be done. What else? Yellow, your solar plexus, your creative. That cut off, I'm not sure why. Yellow is what I was going to speak on. Yellow is associated with your solar plexus. It's also associated with creativity, illumination. You can use your personal power right now as well in your creative endeavors that are blossoming or wanting to be made. I'm feeling that personally strongly. I know some people that I talk to that also is coming. I mean, that's just the season that we're coming into with this spring season is for fertility, things that are blossoming. We're in fertile ground for everything that we did in the dark and learned about and worked through while we were in hibernation in the winter season is now coming to light, and we are completing that cycle. We are completing that part of us, that phase of us. We are being illuminated into a new way of being, which is more in line with our personal power, which is more in line with our personal integrity, which is more in line with our most authentic self. This is a time for letting go. You have completed some major cycles in your life. You have completed and realized some patterns and some ways of being in and around us that are just no longer serving us, that need to be done. Recognize this. Give thanks and gratitude to what has finished, what has died, what is ending, what needs to go. Show your gratitude to it because it did serve a purpose. At that time, it's just not serving because we are always, change is constant. Things are changing, things are evolving, things are being made new, things are being course corrected, things are pivoting in ways that are in more alignment with love. Accept who you are, accept your past, accept how far you have come, accept the lessons, the hard lessons, accept the people that came into your life, even if it was for some ugly mess. It served a purpose if you use your personal power. That goes back into the 8. Using your personal power to realize what needs to end and complete and be done so that you can be more aligned in this fertile new power that is emerging out of you. Yeah, that was great. Magic. 8 also has to do, I'm doing this backwards. 8 also has to do with magic, your personal magic. 9 also has to do with, okay, that's why that came up. So with the number 9, 9 has to do with endings. It also has to do with humanitarian acts. It has to do with altruism, healing. So from the things that we're completing and letting go or recognizing need to be done, using your personal power to create new in a new way. Learn from the lessons, observe, take your notes from what has happened. 9 also has to do with showing compassion. That's why I was mentioning about showing the gratitude for what was. It served a purpose in your growth. That's also your personal power. You learn to come into who you are from your experiences with different people, places, and things. It all served a purpose. Observe, take a back seat, go in the back row, or take a, now I'm seeing Hawk, look from a higher perspective of all that you went through. Don't stay in the past, meaning staying in the past and letting it grow again. But observe the past, observe what you learned in your lessons and how it's made you now who you are. Yeah. Any other numbers, Spirit, for the collective for this March 2022 full moon energy that we're in? I just saw Neptune, rebirth. Why was Neptune? Why was I shown Neptune? I was shown Uranus too. Neptune and Uranus. So I always say every time, bring joy into your life and laughter. When I have that was my clock, and whenever that bird comes up, I forget what bird it is, but it's like, I just want to move, have fun, move and laugh. Laugh also. Laugh at laugh at your mistakes. It's all right. It's all right. You get a chance to do it again because you got personal power. You were limitless. Start again. A rebirth. Rebirth yourself in this new way. So with the endings, completion brings a rebirth. Shed your skin, new skin. Old skin, new skin. It's also number 16. So you got the 1 energy. 1 has to do with leadership, has to do with new beginnings, has to do with illumination. It has to do with innocence. That came up to me earlier too, that innocence. Innocence is coming back. We've forgotten our innocence. But that comes also from doing a lot of the inner work, the healing, the inner work that you did through hibernation, through the winter season. Realizing these other parts to yourself, your inner child. But then when you're recognizing your inner child and recognizing its innocence and its purity, and it's just wanting to create and be fun and have fun and be fun and do fun things and enjoy life and be joyful, and it goes on and on and on. Find the power in what you learn from your hibernation period. Come to terms with it, with completing it, recognizing like, I'm going to do things differently, and allow that creative rebirth. Number 6 is balance. We're in that 6th year, 2022, 6, balance. This year is about balance, bringing things back into balance. For things to come back into balance, there has to be a completion, an ending, a tumbling down, a disintegrating, destruction, sometimes even have to happen for the rebirth, the new world to emerge, the new way of being, new way of you being as well. And 1 + 6 is 7. 7 also has to do with magic. So magically creating the new you. Can't wait to see. I knew there was a yellow card coming. Communication. Right away, I feel like this has to do with you. Some of you have some things you want to say. Some of you are also, from being in your power, are allowing new communication to come in to and through you. I'm also sensing some of the things that ended and completed. Some of these were people who hurt you. I get it. I completely understand. I have experienced it a lot throughout my life. From letting these people go, there's a few things I'm hearing. When you let these people go or you separated yourself from these people, it hurts. It hurts to your core. I understand. It does. Allow yourself to feel your feelings. Feel all of your feelings. Allowing these experiences to happen opens you up. It expands you. It also expands your personal power because you realize what you don't want so that you know what you do want. And from experiencing these experiences and healing, allow yourself to heal. Some of you may even have to grieve like they're dead, these people. I know it sounds weird, but this is really a way I feel from my own personal experiences and that of others. Experiencing the pain and grieving as if, even though they may still be alive, but grieving that relationship, feeling all of the feelings. But when you do this and you allow that new rebirth to happen, then allows room, and this is also decluttering. It goes back to the decluttering and the mental cleansing. It allows for new communication to come through to you. And that communication, even through the sadness, you can transmute it because you are capable of transmuting your own energy. You transmute your energy into something new. And the yellow is associated with your solar plexus, which is down here. So when you have that solar plexus, that's your creative energy force, your creative power. Your creative power is illuminating. And so I'm seeing like someone just creating a wonderful artwork or new poems or new music or new this and new that, just coming out because you're transmuting that energy, that pain and sorrow, that grief, allowing that rebirth to happen, to the rebirth into something new. You may have some stories to tell, some books to write, some audio, some podcasts to do, some whatever. Communication in all of its forms, that Mercury energy. Why did I see? So Neptune had to do with, so I feel like that has to do with communication and fantasy, your inspiration, your imagination, that communication coming in. A lot of us are tuned in and tapped on now because we've gone through these processes of picking up new information from the ethers. The other thing I'm just reminded of is that a lot of the people who have passed on in past life have left different information and communications and ideas and wonderful things in the ethers. They're waiting for you to tune in, tap on, and grab something that resonates with your vibration and who you are uniquely. That's where the Uranus comes in. That uniqueness, that forward movement, that future thinking, to grab that information, kind of like what Nikola Tesla did, grabbing that information in the ethers, even Albert Einstein, from what I understand, grabbing that information from the ethers that other past loved ones or past people have left out there in the ethers for us to grab and create something new and to communicate some new information that will help us in this forward movement, moving forward, creating this new way of being, this new earth, this new way of being. That's actually coming back to our original essence, because we all are energy beings that are able to tune in and tap into these wonderful magical abilities and realms of existence. Yeah, that came through really. Whew. Okay. Completion, rebirth, communication. And mind you, this is also number 33. 33 is a master number, master teacher. Some of you are teachers. Some of you are meant to teach. Some of you are receiving insights to communicate from the ethers, from other realms of existence, from your some of it's your galactic family, your ancestors, beings of light, divine beings of light, divine source is working through a lot of us because we have done this inner work to become this new being that we are, this remembering who we are, really. Remembering who we are, to communicate new things and to teach new things to those who are awakening right now. What is the energy right now with the collective? What are some things to focus on in the energies right now? Divine source, divine spirit, divine love. What are some things for us to, laugh at your demons? It's all an illusion anyway. I keep reminding myself, it's all an illusion. It's all illusion. We're here on this. This is my personal view. You don't got to follow it. You have the right to believe what you want to believe. I'm just sharing my point of view. That is all. We're here on this earth. Reality. It's kind of like a video game. I used to play Call of Duty, so I link it to that because I don't play many video games anymore. But I was hardcore gamer girl. And I kind of link it with like, you have a new map. Earth is a map. And you created yourself to have, this type of gun, this type of gun, this type of character, to look this way with these abilities and this and that. Your tools. And anyways, we're on this earth plane of existence to learn and to grow and to expand and to create in our own unique ways as human beings. But we've lived many lifetimes as other beings on other planets and other realms of existence and other types of planes of existence. So knowing that we're humans, we have feelings. Laugh at your demons. Laugh at your mistakes. Laugh at those who had hurt you, because you come to really know your personal power. Nothing can really hurt you. Nothing can even penetrate you when you're standing firmly in your power, knowing who you truly are. Just laugh. I can't believe that happened. Even if you made a mistake, laugh at it. It really helps you work through it than staying festered on that feeling and emotion that doesn't need to keep going on for days and days and days and days and days. I remember there was in the happiness book, Thich Nhat Hanh, who passed away recently, had said that was one of the practices that they did. When you're mad or frustrated or feeling that envious energy, laugh at it. Feel your feelings. Allow yourself to feel the range of emotions that come from that. Experience it, but don't let it fester. Laugh at it and move forward. Don't let it go to the next day. Don't let it go to the next day. Let it be done. Give yourself that peace. That's self-care. And if it goes to the next day, don't let it go to the next day. After that, just practice laugh meditation. Practice laughing. Laugh at I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe that person said this to me. I can't believe they did this to me. Oh my gosh. This is really? I can't believe. Of course, I'm faking it, but that's in a sense kind of like a practice in your own way. Laugh at your demons. And it doesn't have to be a little, everyone has different viewpoints on what demons are. But the point is to laugh at your mistakes. Laugh at what went wrong. Laugh at the things that didn't go your way. Because a new way, maybe it didn't go your way because a new way is being made to you, because you had that wonderful rebirth that brings in new communication. So you can really laugh at what happened, because you're like, oh, I got this new power within me to create something new. And I'm laughing because that needed to happen so that I can get to where I'm going now. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Archangel Gabriel? Archangel Michael? Archangels? Divine Spirit? Just let go and enjoy. Everything is working out for you. Whether you see it now or not, everything is working out for you. Say that 3 times to yourself. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Practice that. Let go and enjoy. We're here to enjoy life. We're not here to suffer. We're not meant to be here to suffer. We are not meant to be here to suffer. We are meant to be here to love, to create, to enjoy. Feeling our feelings, yes. But we're not meant to stay in suffering. It's not part of our design. We're not supposed to. Let it go. All right, last few messages from the birds. Divine messengers. Birds are divine messengers. They have to do with air, so it has to do with thinking, perception. Saw a lot of vultures and crows today, a lot of house sparrows. Do you have a lot of house sparrows where you are? Some of our house sparrows we have the solar panels on the roof and they made their nest in there. It's really nice feeling to have them living like in the house like that, but they're not in the house, but they're like above the house. Divine spirit. White swan. I have swan behind me right here too. The power of divine grace is within you. The power of divine grace is within you. Grace. Divine grace. Swans swim. They're earth and water. Here, of course, you can see it's swimming in water. That has to do with emotions, your emotional state. Water has to do with emotions. But if you ever watched a swan in water, they're just so graceful and majestic. And the white symbolizes the purity, the angelic force. But if you notice, it has a little black around its head, around its eyes. Symbolically, I feel like, with the black is, I feel personally that it's linked with divine feminine energy, that the womb space, the darkness, because we all came from the darkness to the light when we were born. Literally, when we're in the womb, it's dark. We can see little, maybe, I don't have memories at this time of what it was like in the womb. But I would imagine sometimes you might be able to see something. But anyways, you're in darkness. I feel like it's showing with the grace that you're able to see with Swan. You're able to see, perceive the darkness, but you are the light. And you swim with grace because you know your personal power. You know the power within you, that 8 essence energy, that power within you. That rebirth with grace, communicating with grace, but even coming to a close to things in your life with grace. Divine grace is within you. Take some deep breaths before you take action on things so that your mental is clear with new energy. Every time you take a deep breath, you're feeling yourself with that prana energy, that divine energy essence, so that you can think and hear more clearly. Give yourself that grace. Hawk is reminding again to look. It's soaring right now in my mind's eye. To soar, and it's like look at your life from above you. And then Raven. Ooh. Raven says, the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Ravens can be a lot of times confused for crows because they're very similar, but ravens are usually a bit larger. I know crows range in size. One way to notice is ravens are able to soar like a hawk. They're able to soar, whereas crows have to keep flapping their wings. Crows maybe do like quick soar, but like soaring, like wings out, ravens are able to do. The other thing is their tail feathers are shaped like a diamond end. So just in a physical sense, you're able to notice a difference between a crow and a raven in that way, but also its voice. Raven has a deeper set voice when it's cawing. I call it croaking because it sounds like raw. That wasn't it. It's like raw. I'm laughing at myself. They distinctly sound different. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Look at what's happening around you. Look what's happening around you as you're evolving, as you're embarking on this rebirth, this new part of you coming out, this creative part within you. Since you've let go and released some things, pay attention to the signs that are coming up for you. The numbers, pay attention to numbers coming up for you. I'll post in the comments below a link to Sacred Scribes. It's one person who took the wonderful time, and I'm so grateful for you, creating this site that has a lot of the different numbers and meanings behind it. So you don't have to keep Googling every number. It's just a site that she did her best to do all these different numbers and its meaning and symbolism of even number combinations. I'll put in the links below for those of you who see a lot of number symbolisms and synchronicities, but also notice what crosses your path. Insect, bug, animal, the way the wind blew, the way the leaves blew, the way this and that. Pay attention to your surroundings. Ravens ask you to pay attention because there's messages in everything if you have eyes to see it. So do your best. You are doing so wonderful. There was nothing, like, I got no negative vibes from the collective right now. We really are on like a rebirth collectively. And I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this video. Remember your personal power. If you feel called, look up the number 8 and how it feels to you when you're reading the meaning behind it. How does it mean to you? Take action on the new creations coming out of you that want to be birthed, those insights, that communication you're receiving or perceiving. Pay attention. Each of us have our own unique gifts that we're meant to share with the world or create in collaboration with others. So be aware of the synchronicities and the people that may be coming into your life. Trust yourself. Trust the new people that are coming into your life that may be meant to work with you, to collaborate with you on, or help you with these visions that you are perceiving, or things you're supposed to create or been wanting to create. It's fertile time and you are blossoming into a new version of yourself. So be open to the synchronicities in all ways that are coming into you, because magic is abound and magic is in each and every one of us, and you are magic. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can at rosaliesjourney.com. I do personal readings and I do intuitive readings, also connecting with the Akashic Records, as well as I channel all the different beings of love and light for your highest and best good, so that you can know more about yourself. And I also teach you to remember you. I do personal coaching as well. So if you're interested in that and you like my energy and want to get to know me a little bit more, book a reading with me or a coaching session with me. I would be happy, and it would be an honor to work with you for your highest good with love. Until next time, I'll see you then.